With more people traveling domestically and internationally these days, here's a question that can often come up for people who are crossing a border. What do you do to get your phone ready? It's a challenge that you really do need to think about. With us here to talk about it, Rich Brooks from Flyte New Media in Portland, our 207 tech guy. Thanks for coming in, Rich. Always a pleasure to have you here.
Great to be here.
So clearly people are traveling more than they have for about the last 3 years. The phone thing is an issue. What are kind of some of the basic things that you should keep in mind if you're going to be, again, crossing a border?
I think there are three big things going on here. One is, what is your data plan? Second is, how are you going to keep your phone charged? And then lastly, how are you going to keep your usage down so you don't rack up big bills?
Yeah.
And unfortunately, there's no one size fits all here. So it may depend on who your carrier is, how long you're going to be away, what countries you're going to. Those all will impact your decision.
The data plan is an important part of this, so let's focus on that. What do people need to be thinking about with regard to their data plan if they're going to be traveling internationally?
Yeah, so the first thing is every carrier is different. So it could be AT&T, T-Mobile, whoever you have. Go to their website, find out what they already offer. Sometimes carriers will offer a day plan for $5 or $10 while you're traveling internationally, which is great if you're going for like a long weekend, not so good if you're studying abroad for a semester. Others have international plans built in, and still others only offer that dreaded roaming plan. And then the other option is you could just get to your country of destination and buy a SIM card from a local provider. Now that will change your phone number, so you just switch it out. And the other option is some people will just buy a cheap cell phone with prepaid minutes and just use it in cases of emergency.
Obviously, you have to have your phone charged, and this, in some countries, is not a given. You actually have to plan for this.
Yeah.
What do people need to know about dealing with electric outlets?
So two things to keep your phone charged. One is you should definitely have 1 or 2 portable chargers, those different size bricks, and the bigger the brick, usually the more charge you can give your phone. But the other thing is you'll need some sort of wall adapter because the outlets in other countries don't always look like the outlets in ours. Sometimes they even have different voltages. So you'll want to research what countries you're going to and the type of outlet they have, and then make sure you buy an adapter which will power not just your phones, but also that portable charger you're going to get, and that'll keep you well charged throughout your journey.
And what are some other things that we should, have in mind as we try to think about reducing our reliance on cell phone service?
Yeah, great question. So one thing is download all the important apps before you go. That's like airline apps, maps. If you're going to be traveling through cities, the Tube or the Metro app, all those things should be downloaded. I'd also recommend take a screen capture of all your tickets and all your confirmations so that you can access them while offline. Also, we churn through a lot of minutes because we're getting these notifications all the time. Sometimes we don't even realize it. So go into your settings, shut those all down. And then the final thing is just keep in mind that there may be long waits for planes, trains, and automobiles. And so you may want to download a movie, a podcast, or an audiobook before you go, or you could put your phone away and do what we used to do in the old days and just people watch and take in the view around you.
Bring a book, like an actual physical book?
Could be.
It's interesting because I was in an international airport one time about to go through security, and I couldn't get a signal on my phone, so I couldn't bring up my boarding pass, and I hadn't simply gotten a screenshot of it, and I was kind of freaking out.
Exactly. It's so frustrating, and you're like, are they even going to let me on the plane? So that's a key one for sure.
All right, good advice as always. Rich Brooks from Flyte New Media, thank you.
Thanks.
Safe travels wherever you might go. And we've got that list of things that Rich has been telling us about. If you want to go over it again, you'll find it on our website or app in the 207 section. Stick around, and we will return with more of 207 right after this.